There are reports coming in that European leaders are now becoming ever more distrustful of the United States under President Trump when it comes to peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. Certainly, critics have said the American position under Trump does appear to be quite pro-Russian. A German newspaper, Der Spiegel, has published notes from a conversation between European leaders and the leader of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. During the call, French President Emmanuel Macron, who hosted Zelensky in Paris this week, warned that the U.S. could betray both Ukraine and Europe. According to the notes, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz told Zelensky he has to be very careful in the coming days, added, "They are playing games with both you and us." And in all likelihood, that means the U.S. All right, let's bring in Andrew Rasiulis, former Canadian national defense official and a fellow with the Canadian Global Affairs Institute. Andrew, good to see you. Your take on that, what the Europeans may be saying to Ukraine.
Two takeaways. One, the central points are that the Ukrainians would be forced to give up the Donetsk fortress belt. That's what's being discussed. And the concern that's being voiced by Macron and the Europeans is that the Americans, in return for that kind of a deal, even if the Ukrainians accepted it, would not provide sufficiently good security guarantees for Ukraine. So our takeaway is that we know that the centerpiece of disagreement at these talks right now, which are taking place primarily between the Russians, Americans, and Ukrainians, is the land issue, that is the Ukrainians withdrawing from Donetsk, from the rest of the fortress belt. And on the other side, what kind of security guarantees would the Americans be prepared to give the Ukrainians if they went for that deal? The Europeans, of course, are also showing to us that they're being sidelined. Their proposals have been rejected by Putin, who says that the Europeans are essentially illusional, thinking that Russia will be defeated, and he rejects the points that the Europeans present repeatedly. So that gives us a very good up-to-date as to what's going on.
I wonder whether you agree with this narrative that's being talked about, that the president wants a deal, even a bad deal, even a pro-Russian deal at any cost, and he's willing to push the Ukrainians as far as he can to accept that deal.
Yeah, I mean, the Americans are neutral now, right? So to say they're going to betray Ukraine, there's nothing to betray in the sense that they have a neutral position. They don't particularly have a vested interest in the specifics of a deal. Clearly, Trump does not. He wants a deal that the Ukrainians can sign and the Russians can sign. And if he can't get that, I think he'll walk away. But he has no vested interest in this.
Andrew Rasiulis with his take. Hey, great to have you with us just briefly today, Andrew, to get your insights on this latest twist and turn in the Ukraine-Russia story. All the best.
Thank you, Todd.